This is your topography exercise for week 1 of Piano Skills 2. What we're going to start doing is if you remember in the last course, we spent all of our time focusing on different kinds of triads. We focused on major, we focused on minor, we did diminished, and then we did augmented. And we messed around with those in different inversions and all sorts of things. What we're going to do this course is we're going to focus particularly on different kinds of seventh chords. Okay, so a seventh chord is when you have either a major or a minor triad in the foundation of your chord, but then what you're going to do is you're going to add a seventh on top of that, and the 7 refers to the interval between the root of the chord and that top note, okay, that 4th note that we've added. Today we are going to focus on what we call the dominant 7. It gets its name because it's part of our chord progressions, which we've been dealing with already, where it's when you put the natural 7 on top of the 5 chord of a key, you end up with this particular sound, which wants to resolve to its tonic, right? Which if C is our 5, F is our 1. All right? Thinking about it differently, a dominant 7th chord means that you have a major triad in your foundation and then a minor 7 on top. Okay? Now we call this a dominant 7, and then when we refer to something as a minor 7, that means you have a minor triad in your foundation and a minor 7th on top. Just to explain the difference between those two. This we'll deal with later. This is what we're working on today. So think about it as a major triad and then that minor 7th on top. Another thing that helps me as I'm thinking through this is that I look right here and I know that if my 7 from my left hand chord is a whole step down from the root of my right hand chord, then I know I've got it in the right spot. Okay? And all you're doing today is you're playing them in root position. All you're doing this week is you're playing them in root position and moving around the circle of fifths. So, C dominant 7, F dominant 7, C, how my 7. I think I said F dominant 7. I definitely meant G dominant 7 when I did this. I was already thinking about that F there. So G, and then D, and then A, and then E, and then B, and then F sharp, and then C sharp, and then A flat. Oh, that was minor. Just feeling the minor today apparently. And then E flat, and then B flat, and then F, and then back to C. So start slowly, and if you want to, you can start by playing just the major and then adding the 7 in there, and sort of build it that way as you're practicing. That might be a good way to get started. To sort of get your way going, but eventually you're going to want to find your way where you can just play them all the way around without thinking about it too much. It's hard to think and talk at the same time, but it's all right. Was A flat. That's what you want to work for.